Hello everybody, and welcome to Cookie and Hayden's. I am, of course, Car Boot Chris, and I am co-hosted along with
Hippie Bargain Bell today.
Look at the state of this. What is going on? What's going on?
I know. I just didn't have
She's
time.
going for the sort of Devon sort of hippie sort of surfer girl look.
No, my hair's been washed and I haven't had time to do anything with it, so this is what it looks like.
Well, welcome to our live stream. It's our regular Monday night slot, 8 p.m. every week, almost without fail. So thanks for joining us. Now then, if you're new to the stream or new to the channel, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I do sell on other platforms as well, but predominantly eBay. Buying and selling from car boot sales, charity shops, all kinds of places similar to that. And Annabelle is my trusty sidekick, although she has a real job, so she just helps me out now and again. So that's what we're all about. Because
maybe that should be a topic of conversation.
What do you mean?
Your proposal.
Oh yeah, I know. I've got it on my list here.
Oh.
No, I haven't really, but I did think about talking about it. Yeah, we might talk about that later.
Indecent proposal.
Yeah, so that's what we're about. Our channel, Cookie and the Haydens, is mainly reselling, but we also share videos about travel and the stuff we get up to. The dog, of course, it's Cookie and the Haydens, so Cookie's got to feature quite heavily. So that's basically what our channel is. And I'm giving that in-depth explanation because I've had quite a few new subs in the last month. Probably the biggest increase for some time. I've had at least 350 new subscribers in the last 28 days, which is quite a good uplift. So if you're new to us, thanks for joining us. And hopefully you'll find this stream interesting. Don't forget to say hello. Now let's see who's in the chat. Who was first in? Tori, I think.
It was my lovely Tori. Hi. Chris has got my cup.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's my fault. I accidentally made the brews in the wrong cups.
Matching merch. Very, very sad. So Tori was first in. There you go, Tori. Oh, did we have pictures before? We did, didn't we? I just suddenly thought, did we used to have pictures on those comments? Anyway.
Yeah, and I have seen a picture when we come up to it I quite like.
And Catan.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, Catan's got his
Catan's
chupa chups.
picture there.
I know, that's a good one.
Cool, loving it.
Who else have we got in the chat? Steve Jackson, hi. Jeff, Linda and Gaz.
Hi, folks.
Linda and Gaz picked up a Ghost Castle game for 25p. Wow. That's ridiculous.
It is. Amazing.
That is ridiculous. Well done, though. Great pickup. Leanne, hi, Leanne. Who else? We've got Jason. Let's call him Jason. And who else have we got in? Craig, Paradox Picker. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Oliver Ian's here. That's Stephen. Thank you for coming along. Are you doing any work this evening while you're watching, Stephen?
Building any cabinets? Building the same cabinets you were building last week?
That'd be me. That'd take bloody weeks for me to build stuff like that. Nathan's in. Hi, Nathan. Damien's in. Hi, Damien. Steve Brano. Hi, Steve. Let's see if I can get down to the bottom. Nick K. Hi, Nick K.
Is that a new word?
Okay. New to the stream, Nick. Not sure, 100%, but welcome anyway. Andrew Money Mental. I'm here to learn how to be a better reseller.
Glad you finally come over to the dark side.
Al, I'm feeling supersonic. Hello, welcome. Rewind. Rewind
Resells needs to leave the building with that comment.
Get out, yes.
It's fine, you can stay, don't worry.
Lana, it's jumped. I was hoping to get to the bottom there.
Do I need to carry on, or you got it?
No, go on. You
2002.
You pick up. I'll
got
find it.
Stephanie Edgerton. I'm not sure if that's a new. Is that a new one? Have we had Stephanie in before?
I think it rings a bell to me.
Oh, who's this? This is a new one. We have Kieran. Who's Kieran?
Reseller Kid as well. But where's Kieran?
Oh! Did I miss somebody?
Yeah, you've missed people. You're not very good, are you?
No, I haven't. I hadn't even got down that far. Kieran was up at the top with Yo. See?
Oh.
Nah. Hi, son. Feels like it was only yesterday I saw you. That's because it was.
I think we've mainly caught up. Ben Taylor, Grant Resells. Everyone gets bored of these shout outs. Kath, mother-in-law Kath is here.
Oh, Mum's in as well. Hi, Mum.
John at YLM, Delaney. I think we're there. Toysaurus Toys.
I know, I can never say that one. Nick K says he pops in, she say they pop in every now and again.
Okay, cool. And Georgina Gel is here. Jill.
Hi, other little lady.
Okay, so we're there at the bottom. So thanks everyone. I can just see Mr. Diggs as well. Hi, Mr. Diggs. Let's just take Georgina off of there. So we've got, as always, a very busy stream to get through. We've got a charity shop haul, just a little one, some standard charity shop stuff that I picked up over the weekend. But what I want you to do is tell me what you think I should list the items for. So that's coming up.
So basically, is getting a come list with me Thursday on a Monday.
And I'm being lazy because that'll save me doing some research on it. I've got an oh no to share with you. I've got some chats about managed payments, electronics, what's coming up next week. So there's loads of stuff. And in the meantime, if you've got anything you want to talk about, we'll keep an eye on the chat and see how it goes.
I've already told him if this chat is not interesting, I'm not joining. I'm leaving. I'm going. That's the way it is today. So he better make it fun.
Go on, up it. Up it. So let's do some. That was our mini shout outs. Now we've got to do some proper shout outs.
Real ones.
So let's get cracking, as we say. Have we got it on here? Yes.
Let's get cracking. That's what we've got.
Let's get cracking. And do some shout outs.
Shout outs.
Oliver Ian says, get your Google at the ready. Chris wants the crew to research stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we've had quite a few new members of the Chupa Chups crew, which is great. So we'll give a shout out to those first. So Let's see. Before we do that, let's just do a shout out to all last week's auction winners.
Yay!
Thank you very much for your support, and thanks for buying some stuff off us. Hopefully, I think you've all got your items already. So within a week, we've shipped it and it's arrived with you guys. As far as I'm aware, everyone's pretty happy with what they got. Even the mystery box.
Ooh, did he like it?
Yes, he loved it.
Good.
You got some good stuff in that mystery box.
I made him throw more stuff in. Don't
Yeah,
you worry.
She's like, oh, just throw a few more bits in, and the next thing I know, there's
in the cupboard like that. Put that in. Put that in.
So there was tons of stuff in that box. So thanks to everyone who supported us, and everyone, I think pretty much everyone apart from Chris Tyler, because he gave his cap up to somebody else, but everyone else is part of the Chupa Chups crew as well.
Oh,
so
Georgina's disappointed that she missed an auction.
Yes, she did. But don't worry, Georgina, because in a couple weeks, we'll do another one. We're going to make it like a regular feature, but not too regular. Maybe once a month, we might do a little auction.
You don't want to fleece everybody with all the money.
Well, what we've got to do is we've got to wait till you get paid again.
Yeah.
And then do another one. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who joined in the auction. Even if you didn't win an item, thanks for joining in anyway and taking part and being willing to spend your hard-earned cash. So on the subject of Chupa Chups, specifically 2 new members in addition to the auction. Kitan, welcome to the crew. And Jim Marlowe from Marlowe's Independent Trading on Instagram. Welcome to the crew. The other Only Fools and Horses themed, not channel, well, kind of a channel, yeah. So welcome. And
are we getting low on Chupa Chups now?
Yes, we are actually. I've got it written down here to remind you. I think I have less than 20. I have less than 20 caps left. And when you consider, I started with, what was it, 80? I had 80 of them caps. I've now got less than 20.
You are all part of an elite group.
Very, very elite.
Mm-hmm. Even more elite if it's signed.
I know, yeah. So with that in mind, just an overall, of course, Chupa Chups crew, shout out. Who else have we got now? Let me just see, because I've got this in order. Oh, it was in order. I'm going to give a shout out to this eBay shop. Football 1 Week, it's called. Football 1 Week. As you might imagine, they deal with a lot of sports and football shirts and stuff like that. But the guy who runs this eBay shop actually messaged me on eBay because they'd watched the YouTube video recently with the haul of gear on it, which included all the Six Nations rugby shirts. If you remember that haul, but I had down that the England rugby shirt was maybe worth only about £12. But he messaged me and said, I know my stuff. That shirt is from the early 90s. And it's likely to be worth considerably more than £12, maybe sort of £70, £80. So it was really good of him to message me and give me that information, because really, for all intents and purposes, maybe they could have waited and just, you know, purchased it at £12 and got an absolute steal. So that's really, really kind. So, you know, feel free, go and check out their store, because they did me a favour there. And the other people I need to give a shout out is because we've gone, as well as doing that auction on Monday, I've had quite a few subscriber sales and from our community, from within the community, which has been nice. So it's not just subscriber, it's, you know, from our friends in the community. That sounds like
special friends.
Special, very special friends. Our special friends in the community. But no, well, they are kind of special, aren't they?
They are when you're robbing them of all the money.
Now, Georgina Gel, is that how you say
Jill,
it?
isn't it?
Jill. Is it Jill? I always say Gel.
I could be wrong. She's
Anyway,
not going to be able to tell us, is she?
Georgina has been dying to get on the shout outs for ages, hasn't she? Right. So what she did was she went and bought something from me on eBay, and actually bought 2 items from me. So of course Georgina gets a big shout out. Go on, give her a big shout out.
Georgina!
Woo, woo, woo. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting that. Now I've got to spit in my broom. Don't matter, it goes down the same hole. Yeah, so thank you, Georgina. Appreciate it.
Does everybody have to have one of them now?
Well, Steve Jackson also made a purchase. We came to a little bit of a deal on some very, very cool stuff. So go on, give a shout out to Steve. Okay. And Steve Brano added a really nice little plush toy to his collection. So give Steve Brano a shout out.
Now you're just taking the mic.
No, you need to.
How many more is
you
there?
need to do something different each time.
I'm not that spontaneous.
Well, you were a minute ago.
That was like once.
Gary Nicholson also saw that I was selling mystery boxes on Monday night and wanted a piece of the action. So he messaged me and said, can you put me something together? So I did. And Gary bought something off me.
Give us a G, give us an A, give us an I, give us a Y. Carrie! Is that better?
Oh, it's shocking. It's really bad. It's really bad. So got loads of shout outs this week. So thank you everybody, because it supports us, it supports the store. It's it's much appreciated at the end of the day. So thank you.
It keeps Chris in his Mickey Mouse job.
Yeah, it keeps me sat at home watching telly every day.
Right. I've kind of not kept up with the chat because when you're just waffling and there's people asking questions, I forget where they are, which I already had. I know Flipping Eck asked a question ages ago.
That's about Catan, isn't it? No? Oh, is that someone else?
No.
No, that's Flip.
Flipping Heck.
What time am I?
2010. He put, Chris, how do you do your accounts?
Oh, hang on a minute. Let me find. Right, Flipping Eck. How do you do your accounts? I use QuickBooks mainly, so I do it all myself. QuickBooks, although it has its issues at the moment, certain users, including myself and some of the other chat, are having some problems with PayPal downloading into QuickBooks, but that is not affecting everybody. So you might be unlucky if you get that issue. But there's a lot of us use QuickBooks. I upload receipts. I take a picture of the receipt, upload it to QuickBooks, match it with the transaction, which automatically downloads from the bank account. And it's pretty simple, really. Cash purchases go in a ledger. So I write down what I'd buy that's cash that doesn't come with a receipt, which is like car boot sale stuff. And I take a picture of that. I upload it to the transaction on QuickBooks. So that's basically how I do it. It's fairly simple.
Now, this next one, I don't know whether to be going yay or scary. Kieran Bromwich says, I quit my job on Friday to go full time. Thank you for the inspiration.
Oh, Christ. I hope you do all right.
So, yay. Good luck and well done. That is a massive step.
Where am I here? I want to highlight it.
You are 2012.
Oh, I've just seen Olive ringing. Bell got rid of half of Christmas.
Yeah, you're way after that. 2012.
Oh, here we go, Kieran.
So yeah, that's a big scary step.
Well, yeah, it can be. Hopefully you've kind of maybe worked up to that point. I mean, not everyone does, mind you. Some people just go hell for leather and just go straight in there with something wafting around in here. But good luck. I hope it works out for you. Keep us informed. Let us know how you're getting on.
He has then asked afterwards, how do I join? But I'm not sure what he's asking to join. Maybe it's the Chupa Chups crew.
Yeah, probably. If it's Chupa Chups, you need to get hold of a.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, Paradox Pickers, Kieran, you have to buy a cap. You have to buy one, win one, get one in an auction.
Get given one or auction. Yeah, there's many ways, but there's not many left.
Oh, Andrew's trying to sell them on. I can sell you an unsigned Chupa Chup cat for 15 quid if you're running low. Oh no, he's trying to sell it back, not sell it on.
Oh, right. Yeah, there he is.
Uh-oh. 2014 from the mother-in-law.
Oh, no. I know what she's going to say.
It's there at the bottom of the screen.
It's in the post, Kath.
He's lying.
How dare you? How very dare you?
Busy Reselling says thanks for the cap. Came the other day.
Cool. Glad you like it.
Welcome to
Have
the
we
crew.
seen a picture of this cap? Of you wearing this cap? Have you posted in the group?
He says I need to take a pic later, but a bit late. Thanks for donating it, Chris.
Who was that?
Busy Reselling says I need to take a pic later.
Oh, okay. Andrew says there's someone. Yes, I'm aware of it, Andrew. I'm aware of that. I'm not bothered. They're basically not selling any caps, and they must be wondering why the hell they're not selling any caps for $4.99 with free postage, which is, by the way, which is ridiculous. It costs £3 to send 9 caps, so that means that they're getting £2 from it. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? But mine are only £1 more, but with postage on top, because postage isn't free.
Thank you, Bumcrap Picker. He's put the eBay store link in there.
Oh, thank you very much.
15% off for using the link as well.
Oh, you've shared that bloody 15% off one. Don't share the 15% off one. That's secret. No, it's fine.
You've just had a purchase. Somebody's just bought a Chupa Chup cap.
I know. It's come up on my watch. Look.
And it's pinged up on your iPad.
It's not coming. Somebody has.
I'm going to assume that is Kieran. Kieran, is that you? He was the one looking for the link. So welcome to the crew if it is.
It's you're getting a bargain here. Spin.
Tori says she feels like she needs to buy a parrot now.
Oh, Georgina's disappointed she didn't get a note in the parcel. Sorry about that, Georgina. Were you meaning? I'm assuming you were meaning Annabelle.
Sorry, Georgina. If you'd have reminded me, I'd have put a little note in. For
Not seen Bumcrack for a little while.
Thank God.
Kind of. Pardon the pun.
Says no person ever.
No, but welcome back to the stream, Bumcrack. It's good to have you back in the house. We always miss a bit of Bumcrack. So hopefully you'll come back again next time. But no, please come and help us in the stream. It's much appreciated.
We have somebody who I've not recognised called Jenny Cliff Whatnots.
Ooh.
Who's come in the chat. So
what
hello,
time
Jenny
is that,
Cliff
please?
Whatnots. 2019.
My stream has gone mental.
2019, and she says, "Where in Devon are you based, guys?"
You can answer.
We are in Modbury, in Ivy Bridge, South Devon.
We're in the South Hams.
We're very, 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 very new. Very new. We've only been here since March. So,
March.
Yeah, we pretty much brought the pandemic. That was kind of it.
It kicked off as we moved, basically, didn't it?
Yeah. See, we moved from Manchester and the whole world fell apart. What can I say? We rule the world. Pretty sure it was probably one of the resellers in Manchester sort of kicking off the fact we'd left them. That's possibly what it was. That's my conspiracy theory. What do you reckon?
What did you say? Sorry. I weren't listening then.
Mum, look away.
Sorry, I was busy trying to attend to our viewers.
You ignore me, it's fine.
What did you say, please, dear?
I can't remember. It's fine.
Bloody typical. Typical woman.
People liking your parrot.
My parrot? Beg your pardon? Jim's in. Marlowe's, you've missed your big shout out, mate. You missed it.
Jim.
Your big moment that you've been waiting for forever, and you missed it. You'll have to watch it back.
I think it was definitely Kieran who's bought his.
Don't lurk, Bumcrack. We need you.
Clearly we do. You put a link in and he sells another Chupa Chup and wham bam, thank you, man. We have another crew member.
I know. Brilliant. You just cost me about 80p on that cap.
Oh, Mummy's got a chair. Thank you, Kieran and Keris. You've obviously dropped it off for them.
Excellent.
Nobody else has got a clue what we're talking about there, but it's all good.
Right, I'm right down to the bottom of the chat, which I'm pleased about. We've got a good number in. We're on 69. That is a good number.
Well, on mine, we're on 70, so you're obviously missing someone.
So let's see what else we've got going on. Right. Oh, no. Sorry for the silence. I'm just reading my script for the night.
Even I'd struggle reading your script, so it's all. I'm not surprised.
No, this script is in perfect order. So what I do is I split it into an 8-box grid, and each one has titles on it.
So professionally done.
It makes it easier for me to navigate the show. What should we do next?
So come on then, Captain Chris. What's next? Should you get your oh no out of the way?
Yes, good idea. I like doing oh no's. Get Andrew here. If you want 20% off an item in Chris's store, just watch an item. He sends out 20% off offers for me to decline all the time.
Is that another sale on a cap?
It's not always. Another one.
Ooh.
2.
Who else has just bought one?
They pay $5.99 now. Though whoever they were, you pay full whack. Thank you, though.
So did they not use the 50%?
It's not always 20%.
Link?
It's not always 20%. I just decide what. If it's a new item, if I've only just listed it, you might only get 10%. So. Carl OB says, just bought a cap off the wife's account. Make sure you sign it to me. Thanks, Chris. Oh, God, I'm going to have to remember that.
Thanks, Carl.
Did you
Welcome
include a
to
little
the
message?
CCC.
Because my memory's bad. Victoria Plum. Tell us why everyone should be self-employed, because today my day job has fried my brain. Self-employment is, you know what? 20 years ago when I had my own shop and I packed up the shop after a couple of years of trading and I went back into employment again. I swore blind I would never, ever go self-employed again. And here I am, self-employed.
You waited till he married me.
But I'm actually doing a lot better in my current retail environment than I was when I had a bricks and mortar shop. I'm actually making some money where I was not making any money in a bricks and mortar shop.
But you know something? He recently found the CCTV footage from his very last day in his shop when he was packing all his stuff away. And I'm not saying this because I'm his wife, but he actually looks no different, barring his bell-bottom jeans.
Oh, yeah. They're not bell-bottom. That's not what they're called.
I said flares and you...
Bootleg.
All right, bootleg. Same difference. Bell-bottom, bootleg.
Get your fashion right. Come on.
They're awful.
They weren't at the time. They were the height of fashion in the early 2000s.
Oh, they were so bad.
No, yeah, I mean, you're right.
Look at you just pinging sales up left, right, and centre. That's like 3 sales.
What happened was I deliberately saved my final day in the shop, the CCTV footage. I deliberately saved it because I thought it might, I might want to watch it again at some point. And this point came this week, which is like almost 20 years later. So I watched it back and I had a bit of a laugh watching it. But yeah, I don't actually look any different. Maybe I should post it on Instagram and then you guys can decide if I look any different or not.
If he shaved this hobo hair facial thing going on that his mum hates, she absolutely despises it.
Yeah.
He would literally look the same. He just got the same baby face.
Well, I'll let you decide. If you want me to post it on Instagram, I'll put it on Instagram after the show finishes.
I think we did thingy. You have got a full head of hair, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a slight sort of.
You can see it slightly starting to form, and that's about the only difference. Now, you know your comment that you had off. Who's just said they bought the cap?
Carl OB.
That I haven't got that comment at all.
Yeah.
No.
That's weird.
No, that's why I was confused then when you were singing, because I literally, mine goes from Andrew to Victoria Plum.
Alright.
So make sure you jot it down. Hate technology. Me and technology are not friends.
Paradox say there. Were you a skating Chris? A skater?
Skater boy.
No, not at all. I couldn't even stand up on roller boots.
Trust me, I've seen him on ice skates. No.
Boot cut. Yeah, not bootleg. Boot cut. Bootleg as in fake. Ketan said I should put the video on. Boot cut. Yeah. Bootleg. Where have I got that from?
Bell bottom. That was the same. They were bell bottom. While was that the girls' version?
Yeah, I'll post it afterwards. Is the video more than 60 seconds? Probably not, actually. I could do a compilation of the best bits.
You need to get the bit with it where... And not only do you get to see the jeans, but what else do you do on that video?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Something else never changes with Chris as well. When he burps, because he's in the shop on his own. Oh God, it's hilarious. You're gonna thank me for this one, folks.
Post it. I need a laugh. Georgina says.
Oh, it's so funny.
Guns OG says, how's sales been the past week? Fairly steady. Obviously, I've had some really good sales because I've had the electronic sales that I've been posting on Instagram. But other than that, it's been a steady week. I wouldn't say it's sort of been amazing. It's really those electronic sales have really held it up. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a great week, probably.
Carlo B's telling me he's a ghost. You literally are on mine. I see that comment's shown up.
Well, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, don't know why the last one didn't.
Chris's 60 seconds how to close a shop down.
No, trust me, right? It's the longest. I was like, Chris, why are you so close to the camera? What are you? Because he literally comes up really close to the camera. And he's like, oh, I'm taking posters off the wall. It's the longest taking down of posters I've ever seen in my life.
All the walls were covered. There was no wall. It was all posters.
It literally looks like you're just looking at yourself in the CCTV camera. That's what it looks like.
Oh, maybe I was, because I was pretty good looking back then.
And you were watching the dodgy geezers in the background.
Well, Victoria Plum said, interesting. I did the same. I had a shop, went back to employment, but 10 years later, my feet are itching again. One too many strappy face customers or the COVID office policy. Yeah. I'd pretty much. I had a tipping point that I just decided, sod it, let's do it.
Wasn't it when Game came out and took over you?
Oh, well, yeah, that was. No, I'm talking about the second time round, but yeah, we
The
won't go
second
there.
time round.
Yeah, going.
Oh right.
Employed again.
Into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just do it. Dixie says.
Andrew says he's on 180 quid sales today.
Concrete.
That's really good.
No, that's not a bad day.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's
brilliant.
What's this? DJ L1NK.
That's a mouthful.
Is that meant to read something, or what does that mean?
Yeah, we're old. We don't do things like that.
Yeah, it's probably something that we're meant to read. Me and my other half are looking to start doing what you guys do. Any advice? Do you have Amazon? And we're not sure about that. Just eBay. I do have Amazon as well. I'm kind of scaling down Amazon. It's been a bit of a pain in the ass. I've just not been dedicated enough to Amazon. eBay is definitely my main income I do a bit on Marketplace. I've got a Depop, which is not really taking off just yet, but I'm building it. And so, yeah, so it's predominantly eBay. But I guess if you're a couple and you're looking to do it together, I mean, that means you've got to, and we'll talk about this later, that means you've really got to pull in some numbers, haven't you? If you've got responsibilities, if you've got a house, a mortgage, or rent, cars to pay for, and there's two of you that need to cover that, then you've really got to make sure that you're making the right decision. That's all I would say is, my best piece of advice for you is, if depending, I don't know what your situation is, but depending on where you're coming from, I would build it up part-time, you know, have your full-time jobs for as long as you possibly can. Build it up part-time, keep going part-time. Don't take any money out if you can help it, and just keep reinvesting. And then you'll get to a point where you have enough money in the bank to say, I'm over the hill, if you like. I found there was like a natural tipping point where actually you can actually start drawing money out of it and not have a negative effect on the business. When you can do that, then you can do it, you know, as a full-time job. But I would also then say, one of you go first, leave one with an employment, so that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. And then when you get to that second tipping point where you think that two of you can actually draw a wage on this, then the second person go. That's probably how I would do it. But that's me just not knowing any of your background, where you come from, or what you
I've not seen this name before, so they might not know sort of how long it's taken you to get where we are. And we've been doing it part-time. Chris has been doing it part-time for
5 to 6 years now.
5 to 6 years before he's
up until about, well, it's coming up not far off a year full-time. So it took me about 5 years part-time. But I was in no rush. There's a difference. I wasn't really in a rush. I actually never thought
you were doing it as a hobby, weren't you?
I never thought I would go full time. It wasn't an aim to be full time. So I was doing it as a hobby. I was doing it with an aim that maybe if I get to a decent level of part time, it might pay for us to go on holiday once or twice a year, and that would be great. I mean, that was the goal for me. But as I started growing and growing, I started to realize that there was potential there for me to go full time if I really sort of started hitting it hard on the part time. And that's kind of what happened in the end. But we'll talk a bit later on about couples going full time, and we'll touch on it better later if that's okay.
We have had whole conversations, haven't we, in the chats with people about this, because everybody's circumstances are different, and we've spoken to people where they've been forced into doing it full time through personal circumstances, and it's been a struggle, but they've still succeeded. And some people have said that it was fine. Other people have said they wouldn't prefer to have been able to have done it the way we've done it. So nobody's journey is ever going to be
everyone is completely different. There's no two resellers the same. So also it's important. I was watching Mel back from Burnout stream last week, and it was all about not comparing yourself to other people. Really try and avoid that, because it's soul destroying and it doesn't work. You cannot compare yourself to anyone. And if you get a chance, go and watch Mel back from Burnout. Go and watch her stream from a week or so ago, and she's talking all about comparing yourself and how not to compare yourself to other resellers. And it's a really interesting chat, and something that's really important as well. Because
we're still in that situation, because we are still we're a relatively small fish in the reselling world. So, we're still in a situation where we look at other people and think, God, how have they got to that? What are they doing to be bringing in that money? What are they, and it is hard sometimes to look at somebody doing the same thing that you're doing and think, well, what are we not doing? But you can't look at it like that.
You don't see what's behind the numbers. That's the main thing, is you can't see what's behind. You don't know what they pay for something. You don't know what their profit is in something. you know, there's so many different variables that you don't know about.
That's the downside sometimes to
so
YouTube
different.
videos, because it can make everything look all shiny and
yeah,
glamorous. And that's why we will always try to give you the good with the bad. We don't always show you just all the good stuff. We will show you the crappy stuff and the bits where we failed and things like that, because there's a lot of failing as well as
oh god, yeah. I mean, you don't learn anything without the failures, do you?
No.
And the last a couple of weeks ago, I put 2 videos out, a little series. I put out the top 20 highest selling items. But I thought, well, I've really got to do the top 20 lowest selling items as well, just to balance it out. So I did both of those angles. So you could, you know, a lot of people have watched them. You know, it's, you know, they've got some good number of views on them. But I think that's an example of sharing sometimes when it's not so good, because it's not all roses, is it? But I kept. Oh, which way am I going there? I kept Z on the screen there because it just dropped in. Hi Z.
Oliver Ian has said, is the Movie Fusion Cafe still in the pipeline, guys?
Oh, that's a good question. It's a very good question, and it's very pertinent to something that we were chatting about today privately, wasn't it?
It was.
But it's still in the pipeline. Obviously, with all the corona stuff, it's something that we're not looking at imminently, because it's such a...
We need the world to calm down.
Yeah, everyone's got to calm down. And the last thing we'd want to do would be to sort of go and open a cafe, and then all of a sudden virus hits again and we have to shut. I mean, that would be a disaster.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine, you know, what would have happened if we'd have got here earlier in the year or late last year, if we'd arrived here, and we might have been looking at businesses, and then this happened. It could have destroyed us really financially. So we've got to be really careful about timing. But
I think at the moment eBay's going good.
I'm
enjoying my job, and we, like the rest of the world, are trying to survive in this newfound way of living. So yeah, it's not out of the park, is it? It's definitely still something that we have as a future aim.
Definitely, yeah. We still want to do it. Yeah.
And if nothing else, it got us to Devon, and we're enjoying being in Devon, aren't we?
Yeah. Becky says, what's your Depop? If you search Movie Fusion or Movie Fusion Retro, you'll find our Depop channel.
Fred Chapman's got a late mark, he said. So it's all right, Fred, we'll let you off, don't you worry. Jim said to the guy who DJ... I'm pretty sure that's Link. Is it DJ Link? See, I got it. I am down with youth.
Calm down. Bloody hell.
DJ Link.
DJ Link.
Just steal penguin plushes from car boots. That's where the big bucks are made.
Exactly.
Pick up a penguin.
Victoria Plum says, I find Amazon's a lot more awkward. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, Victoria. I don't like Amazon really one bit, to be honest with you. There's nothing personal about it. I find their interface very, very difficult to navigate. You know, I find finding a simple thing out, you know, like in your seller hub on Amazon is very difficult. You know, there's nothing easy about sending shipments up. The whole thing is real time and money suck. It works for some people and that's great, but at the moment it doesn't really work for me. I'm not saying I'll never go back to it, but at the moment I think my time is better focused elsewhere.
Linda and Dad say soz we're late, guys. I'm pretty sure you've already been in the chat, or am I imagining it?
I'm sure they were in it before.
Maybe they came.
Yeah, they were because she said that she got a 25p.
Oh, it's okay. We didn't notice that you'd gone and come back again, but thank you.
No, don't worry about it.
Victoria Plum says, single mum with a mortgage here, hence my hesitation to just throw the book in. It's a very, very big move, but you will know when you're ready and when it's right for you. And it's scary. It's very, very scary. We had a lot of changes in a short space of time in terms of Chris going self-employed. We've moved to Devon and I've gone into a lower paid job than what I was in previously. So our finances have changed a lot. So Chris has really had to pick up the pace. But then on the other side of that, the actual pandemic has helped, hasn't it? To be fair.
Well, I mean, eBay and selling online has never been as busy as what it is. Well, certainly what it has been over the last few months. It's been crazy busy. I mean, my numbers were going higher than they've ever been. So yeah, I mean, obviously people were buying online, weren't they, left, right, and centre, because they couldn't buy in shops. It's still fairly good, but you know, it's bound to calm down a bit as people are allowed to get out and about. But then hopefully it'll calm down a bit, and then Christmas will come and we'll go back up again.
Gunzo G said, if you was on your own with your house, car, etc., could you afford your lifestyle with your eBay wage?
If I was on my own, where's that question? What number?
2037.
Oh God, you're behind me. Jeepers.
If you hadn't moved to Devon,
it's too far behind that for me. So if I was on my own, or you?
It says if you was on your own with your house, car, etc., could you afford your lifestyle with your eBay wage?
I probably could have afforded it in my old house because mortgage was a lot less. Now the rent on this place is
stupid.
Is astronomical.
It's astronomical for us. For some people, it's probably not.
Probably normal,
for us,
but we're not used to it.
It was double plus what our mortgage was.
It was more than double the mortgage. So yeah, I mean, I probably could still do it. I probably could, but I would really have to work harder than what I'm working now.
Yeah.
Let me try and get down a bit because we've got more stuff to get through in the show. Catania, right there, you're absolutely right. It was a blessing in disguise, Chris. When it's due to be, it will happen, and we will all be there for the grand opening. I hope so. Yeah, that would be great. I'd love that, really. I'd love that if we were to get our cafe and just have a big
reseller meetup
at the cafe. It would be great. At the moment, it seems like a long way off, but you never know. You just never know what's around the corner. You really don't.
Did you see that from Carlo B? I remember Chris's first day full time in his kitchen in the old house, wondering if it was worth it. God, you've got a good memory.
You got a better memory than me.
I bet even you don't remember that.
Well, my memory's terrible anyway. Was that on one of the videos? Was that on like my first day full time video? I need to watch that back actually. It'd be interesting.
Incredible Art says, do you get paid from YouTube?
Yes, not a huge amount of money to be fair. You don't really hit big money until you get a lot of subs, and I know we're over 4,500 subs, but it still doesn't bring in a huge amount of money.
DB Resell says, I definitely went full time too early, but if I could go back, make the decision again, knowing what I know now, it would be the same. Chris has a theory with this. You can't regret anything.
No regrets.
No regrets.
And you know why? I always say this, and I saw it on, I can't remember what I saw it on, but somebody famous said this. And I say it every time, and it's what gets me through when I'm starting to think about regretting something, right? You cannot have any regrets about anything, because if you were to go back, you would do it all exactly the same. Because you made that decision at the time based upon the facts that you were faced with at the time. So there's no way that there would have been another decision. So there's no point in regretting it, because you'd have done it all over again the same way. So that is something that gets me through.
Yeah. Lana Nicole says, I have my hours at work earlier in the year to put more time into my business. Never felt better. I love the variety of doing 2 different jobs and the security of a steady wage.
It's a good point, that, because what I did as well, before I went full-time reselling, I dropped a day at work to test it out. So I only did 4 days at work instead of 5, before finally going, a couple of months later, finally went full-time. So yeah, it's good to have that phased entry.
Right, are you going to get something off your sheet?
Can we get down to the bottom? Are we at the bottom?
I'm way behind. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry if we've missed any comments, guys. If you've got... Oh, Victoria Plum says, have you thought of counselling, Chris? That was profound. No. Actually, I think I'd be quite good at counselling because I'm quite calm and I'm a good listener, aren't I, dear?
He is.
Apart from when I'm not listening to her and then I'm not a good listener.
No, Chris is a sit, observe, and only speak if it's worth saying sort of guy. That's the type of person he is. Came
from my dad, that really. That, you know, if you've not got anything decent, I mean, this sounds harsh, but pretty much if you've not got anything worthwhile to say, don't say anything.
Which God knows how he married me, because I waffle shite all the time. I just talk for the sake of talking. Just to fill a silence, don't we, dear?
Yes.
Because I don't like it being quiet, do I?
No.
And I don't like you getting a word.
No, shut the fuck up. I work part-time and do eBay works well for me, says Tori. Oliverine, all you need to do is remember being stuck with 80 Chupa Chups caps and wondering when you will sell one, and look at what happened. Yes.
I'll never forget that moment lying in bed when we bought them Chupa Chups.
Andrew, was Andrew the first? I think he was, wasn't he? Monumental was the first person to buy one.
Yeah, I think he was.
And then it kind of went from there, and then it was Linda and Gaz, wasn't it?
It was Linda. Well, they started off the signing. They started off the signing because Linda bought Gaz one for Christmas. You tight sod. Fancy that. But she wanted it signing. Yeah, she wanted it signing, so that's where it started. But I think the actual kind of novelty trend started when we did our first round of Death Pal challenge thing, because we were handing them out as prizes.
Yeah, we did some prizes. Linda and Gaz were the first to ask for one to be signed. Yeah. And then that sort of made me think, because I was like really surprised when they said, "Would you sign it?" I was a bit embarrassed, really. I was like, "Really? You want us to sign this cap?" And then it just went from there. And Tori got behind a big campaign for the Chupa Chups caps, and then we called it the Chupa Chups Gang, and then we changed it to the Crew. So now it's the CCC, and things have just snowballed, and people have got behind it. So you know, I appreciate anyone whoever helped us out in anything, really, because you don't get here on your own. You know what I'm saying. And
I love the fact there's just a bit of chat going on here, but DJ Link, he's just said he's actually a DJ. He's just looking at doing this as a second income.
I can understand. And it must be bad at the minute.
But I love finding out what other things people do, because you'd be amazed at what some of the people do who are also resellers. We've got people from all sorts of backgrounds.
All sorts, totally bizarre. Yeah. I used to be a DJ as well, you know.
Don't even go there. DJ 1015.
Thank you. Yes, DJ 1015. That was my name.
Wasn't a real DJ.
I bloody was.
He wasn't a real.
I played music, didn't I?
Yeah.
Through a DJ deck.
At a kid's disco.
With big speakers.
At a kid's disco.
That's a DJ.
Whatever.
Yeah, DJ 1015 in the house. Victoria says that's what makes a good counsellor. I would waffle constantly. Yes. That's what she'd do. She'd be terrible.
Right, crack on with something.
Al says, "Are you on the hunt for more speakers?" Not particularly. That was a one-off lucky score, that, and we'll talk about it later. And yes, Andrew was a founding member. Oh, Becky says, "Why did you buy the caps?" Well, it's kind of a long story, but I'll cut it very, very short. I saw a deal online for a wholesale bundle of these Chupa Chups caps, and I decided that I was going to corner the market and buy the whole lot, which meant me buying 8 lots of 10, which was 80 caps. Now, I thought, because I couldn't find any online, I thought they might be worth a bit of money, not huge money, maybe £10, £15 each or something. So I thought I'd make some money out of it. But in the end, it turns out nobody actually wanted to buy these caps. So it was a major fail at the time. It was a major fail. And I think we discussed, you know, that I'd got all these loads of caps, right? And then Andrew decided to buy one. And it went from there.
Oliver Ian's saying that he must have been in the top 5 because
Definitely,
he bought one because you moaned that you couldn't sell them.
Exactly. It was probably only maybe a week or two after Andrew bought one, because people felt sorry for me. Basically, you felt sorry for me, didn't you? That I bought these caps and they were a major fail, and I didn't know what to do with them, and people just started buying them. So, yeah, it's turned into a bit of a cult thing, if you like. It's been a lot of fun. I basically make hardly any. I don't even know if I make any money on. Not a lot. It's not about a money making thing anyway.
Well, it was when we first bought it, because you missed the part of that story how it actually started, which was at the eBay meeting where we sat with the millionaire guy who started his journey by cornering the market on backpacks.
Yeah.
So that's what we thought we'd do. Only ours didn't work.
Corner the market on Chupa Chup caps. But the problem was,
we are not sat here millionaires.
I thought that I'd cornered the market by buying all 8 lots in this auction, right? And when I logged onto the website the next day, they put another load of caps on. So I'd not cornered it. It was like,
you weren't going to buy anymore.
I said this last time. It's like Rodney with his lawnmower engines that he bought, and he ended up selling them back to the person and then buying them back again, and they didn't corner the market in lawnmower engines.
I like this. John Hodges has put, what you say should be kind, necessary, true, and improve on silence.
What's that, sorry?
He said, what you say should be kind, necessary, true, and improve on silence.
Where is that? There it is. I've got it.
2053. I think
that is very, very
nice.
good. Well, basically, if that was to be true, I will never hear from Annabelle again. So that's not bad. Yeah, well, you stick to that.
But everything I say is kind, is necessary, and true.
No, it's not.
And it improves on sitting here in silence. So, yeah, I'm all right. Thanks, bud.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I like that.
Oh, good. Thanks, Carl. Sent a message about the cap. Catan says, whoever signed my cap has very neat handwriting. That was me, Catan. Spent ages signing loads of blooming caps.
Linda and Gaz, see? Linda is a counsellor and a cake maker. I'm assuming it's Linda and not Gaz. Am I right? See, you would never have guessed. A counsellor and a cake maker.
Nathan Power said, I did 2 nights a week in fast food before going full-time.
Marlo says, I love how the CCC has been born out of a massive fail. Such a good story.
Oh, it was a huge failure.
Yeah, it's been a profit failure, but community-wise, it's been a huge success, hasn't it? It makes us all feel part of something. We definitely need a group.
Jesus, we had Chris's job history before. We'll be here all night.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah, broken lawnmower engines. I so love that episode. Andrew said, God knows I've had some bad buys. At least you didn't buy a job lot of menopause pills. Still coming.
Nobody did buy a lot of ladies' underwear.
Oh, yes. They've not been a bad buy, though. I've made good money on them.
You have. Apple Core Production says auctions are high risk in fairness. We know we've never been back since.
Yeah, diverted it as it. We need to get back on track here, don't we? We're not on schedule at all.
And this is the person who doesn't waffle. Come on, give us some necessary words to fill the silence.
Oh, we were going to do oh no's, and that was like 30 minutes ago. Okay, all right, let's line it up. Let's line up the VT. Where is it? Let's go.
Oh no.
So, have you ever had a return? Obviously, probably yes. Where somebody has swore blind that something doesn't work, and then when you get it back, it works perfectly. Well, that is what this week's Oh No is. And in order to tell you what it is and what happened, I need to share the screen. So let's just share that there. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. So let's put that on. Okay, so I sold this Disney Good Dinosaur toy with the, what's his name on the back? Arlo or Spot? Spot.
Arlo's
the dinosaur. Spot is the little guy. And it's all magnetic. It all interacts with each other. You put Spot in front of Arlo, you move his mouth, and they interact with each other like wirelessly. It's actually quite a complicated toy, so there is that. We had to look it up, didn't we?
Yeah.
In order to understand how it works.
Didn't take long though.
No. I put in the description that, you know, you need to know sort of how this thing works properly. We tried to explain how it works. So I sent it out, and the woman emails me a couple of weeks later and says, I've just opened this for my kid's birthday and we can't get it working. So I went through the rigmarole of, have you checked the batteries? Have you put the batteries in the right way? Are you sure that you're operating it in the right manner? Because it is quite complicated to use. And it was, oh, yes, done everything. So I accepted the return, which was going to happen anyway, I expect. And I got the item back and firstly made sure that it was the same item, that she wasn't switching it out, which it was fine. It was all the same item. I put the batteries in and hey presto, it worked. No problem at all.
Did what it said on the box.
Did exactly what it should do. But very annoying nonetheless. I couldn't be bothered really arguing about the return costs. I just approved it. I refunded her and moved on. I put the price up at $29.99 when I relisted it. So
you've had an offer on it again today.
I've had quite a few offers, but just not the right price yet. But yeah, so it's one of them. Have you ever sort of gone down this route where you've had people say it don't work and then it does work?
But it's easy to do that than say that they just don't want it.
I just think that she didn't want it.
It just made me chuckle then, because John Hodges has obviously not watched many of your videos because he's only just caught you whoops-a-daisy. He's put, all right, Hugh.
Oh yeah, it's off thing, isn't it? Notting Hill.
Oh, he says lots of little words like that. He's very quirky.
That's one word for
Bimbling.
it. Bimbling.
Bimbling. Let's go for a bimble.
Let's go for a bit of a bimble. That's a great, I love that word, bimble. Kitan says the underwear video Chris made was the first video I saw. Bloody hell, imagine being the first video you saw of mine. And we are here now. The moments have been quality and more to go. That's very kind of you, Kitan. That. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Victoria Plum says, how about a gym vest that buyer said was wrongly sized because it didn't fit her? Oh dear.
Oh, that's brilliant. Come on, give us some stories about bullshit returns.
That is funny.
That's funny, that. Wrongly sized. Yeah, oh God, I can just imagine how that conversation went. Reseller kids in.
Carlo B said, I had a hoodie returned and sold it the day after I got it back for £8 more. You did something like that, didn't you? That's
what I tend to do. And I mean, that's what I've done on this one, it really is. I sold this one for $24.99. It got returned and I've relisted it at $29.99 just to see if I can get a few quid back on it.
TK says, happens too often with electronics going to older folks.
Right. Oh, you know what? Have you ever had this then? Now, have you ever had this where you've recycled a box? Now, this has happened at least 3 times to me, where you've sent an item in a box, and because the box is recycled, it's got a picture of something else on it.
A wok, for example.
And before they've even opened the box, I've had messages saying, you've sent me, what do you say, a wok?
Yeah.
Was it a wok?
A wok.
Why have you sent me a wok when I ordered, I can't remember what the item was, some DVDs, say, for example. And I send back a message and just say, have you opened the box yet? No, I haven't, but I didn't order a wok. Right. So then I would just repeat, have you opened the box yet? Very polite. Have you opened the box yet? And then you get silence for about half an hour while the feel like a complete fool. And then they open the box and they realise that all I did was use a wok box to package those DVDs. I've had that loads of times, at least 3 times. That's loads in my book for such a silly thing.
Von Crappicker says, I once bought 100 of Kevin Keegan Corinthian figures, new in box. I thought I'd cornered the market, but half of the UK were selling them. I eventually shifted them within a year.
That's funny, that. Kevin Keegan Corinthian.
Did you not kind of look it up first, or was it pre-internet? Haven't you got some stuff to show people?
Yes.
I can't read his handwriting from here.
Hang on a minute. I'm just catching up on this. Victoria Plum said that's too funny. I use cat food boxes.
I was going to say that Paradox Pickers said before when he was asking about neat handwriting, and he said he assumed it was off me because it had a kiss mark on it. Now, was he supposed to get one with a kiss on it? Or have you sent one to the wrong person?
Oh, have I sent one to the wrong person?
So just checking Paradox Picker. Did you?
No, I put an X. I always just put it on everybody.
Oh, is it a kiss?
Yeah,
not a kiss.
One person got a lipstick kiss off you.
Right. Okay. So
I
it was a kiss as in kisses. If it was kisses and crosses, yeah, they're definitely off Chris. Chris likes to send it.
Well, it's off both of us. So I just put a cross off it.
Goes with these whoopsie daisies.
Exactly. Marlo says, anyone had the old, sorry, oh God, I get this every other week. I think we all get this, Jim. We all get it.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. I had it 4 times, and I said it on a stream recently. I had it 4 times from the same woman. And before I then blocked her from buying anything off me ever again, because she'd done it 4 times on different items, not even the same frigging item.
Victoria Plum says, I ordered a limited edition Disney mug, but you sent me a box of cat food pouches. Can't wait for that one.
But people don't even open the blooming box.
Catan says, the other half has a return pending on a graphic tablet. As eBay states, the pictures are part of the description. His machine is too new to use the item, but the replies were very rude.
Chris Tyler says, just the other day, he had this thing where my son has bid on various trains. Yeah, get it all the time. That is so common, that.
Apple Core Production says, I've had a Wii U game returned, which I was told doesn't work at all. I can only assume that they were trying to play it on a Wii, not a Wii U. I gave up trying to argue in the end. Yeah,
it's, you know what? Most of the time, it's not worth arguing. Just take the return. Unless it's a really high-priced item, and then maybe you want to argue it. But if it's a few quid, just take the damn return and just move on. Get it back, relist it, move on. It's not worth the hassle. If you had a bricks and mortar shop, you'd get it a hell of a lot more. I tell you now, you'll have people coming in, returning stuff all the time.
Nathan Powell said, I had a switcheroo with a camera recently, but it's best to tell eBay they sent an empty box and a different camera. Georgina, sorry, men, I got Belle's lips. Of course you did.
That was it, yeah. Okay, right, we've caught up, so let's move on Quickie? No. Let's not have a quickie. Let's move on quickly.
That's a different show.
That's on our other channel.
Yeah, that's our other income.
Okay, let's do this. Hang on a second. Every time I have to move over and line up this.
These are a few of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. Easy remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Right, so at the weekend, I managed to get to a couple of charity shops in Paignton.
Yes.
Paignton. And I bought some pretty standard stuff. What were you going to say then?
I was breathing. I'm sorry.
Damn it. You just went.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
no, you didn't.
freezing.
No, you didn't say anything. Okay. So it's fairly standard stuff. There's nothing special or amazing here, and there's the usual plush toys and stuff. So I'm going to show you what I picked up, how much I picked it up for. But I'd like some suggestions on how much to list it for, because you're going to save me a load of time. So I need you to save me some time in how, researching this stuff. Paignton does have a zoo, and I expect they have penguins, Georgina.
Sadly,
Are you meant to be funny?
Sadly, the main bit that has penguin has shut down.
Has it?
And I'm pretty sure it's because Chris stole the penguin.
Oh, that is poor. That is so bad. That is so bad. Shall we just list them? Who said that? Jim said, shall we just list them?
That's how desperate they are to have come list with me on a Thursday. They want it on a Monday just to do it.
Okay, right. So what did I pick up? So I got these two plushes, 99p each. Now you'll need a close-up to see exactly what it is, but these originate, I think, from Germany, but I'm not 100%. They're called fairy tale bears. I'm not sure which fairy tale they come from, unless it says on it. Let me just check.
Well, he checks the bear's bottom.
No, I don't know what fairy tale is that meant to be. What's he holding?
It says Hansel.
Oh,
I
shit.
wonder which one that's from.
Oh, you are so clever. You're so clever. Have you ever said that? You're such a clever girl. Well done. So, this is Hansel.
Mm-hmm.
Fairy tale bears.
That's actually quite cute.
Oh, cost 99p. Is this Gretel? By any chance? No, this is Bowser the Wolf. Ooh. What's Bowser Wolf? That's Bowser Wolf.
Don't know. I'd have to look it up.
There you go. 99p each.
Maybe it's from like Little Red Riding Hood.
Maybe. I thought they were unusual, so I just picked them up for £1 each. So what do you reckon?
Andrew says they're worth $1.99 each. Job done.
Bugger off.
John Hodges says £40 for the pair.
£40. I like that. So what have we got? Hands. I'm not writing down.
Marlow says 99p free postage.
Bugger off. Bowser Wolf. Come on, what price am I listing these for? We can't move on until we get a price. We settle on a price.
They're the plush queen.
I picked these up.
No, but I bloody read the tag.
Well, actually, it's quite hard to read.
See, Carl agrees with me. Red Riding Hood, maybe, for that wolf thing.
Could be, couldn't it? See, I'm thinking £20 each, which would be in line with, who was it that said 40 quid?
John Hodges. Ooh, you know he's just joined us? Polaris Industries says, if you do come along to Koi Pool on Sunday, we'll say hello this time.
Okay.
You'll know it's me. I'll bring a chocolate penguin.
Okay, I'll let you. Drop me a message. I'll let you know if I'm coming or not.
They're all at it. It's a good job I don't get jealous, isn't it?
Why?
Drop me a message and I'll let you know if I'm coming.
That's a bit rude. That's a bit rude.
Rude?
Yeah. Let me know if I'm coming or not.
I didn't mean that. Oh
Right.
my God.
You lot are useless. I'm going 20 quid each on these. $12.99, Marlo says. You're cheap. You're cheap there.
Extra for the one with the animal on his head.
Flipping heck, Georgina, you're going to bed early. What's going on? At least watch the end of the show. Come on.
She can't see an end. That's the problem.
There's no end in sight. Trust me. There's no end in sight.
Tea Cake says freaky little things not worth shelf space.
I reckon they'll be worth something.
Night, Georgina.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Steve Jackson says just found a Red Riding Hood one for £10 plus postage. So I reckon you're looking at £10 each.
You reckon? That's a bit cheap, that. Okay. Right. This is a fail. I already know how much this is worth. This cost me $1.99. I well overpaid for it. I bought it because it's a Toyota branded plush. And sometimes the car branded plushes go quite well. But this one is probably worth less than a $5. So I don't even know if I'm going to list this. I don't even know if I'm going to list that one. So let's just move on from that. £2 wasted on that. Wasted.
But it's cute.
It's cute still. I might throw it in with an auction next time.
These, on the other hand, are not cute.
These TYs.
Yeah, they're not cute.
Ties. So I bought this bundle. Cost £4 for the 4. I don't normally pick up these plushes. I don't normally bother, but they look like they had some age.
And the plush queen is sitting there going, I would never have picked them up.
Wouldn't you?
Nope.
99p each.
Chance.
I think I might be able to make her eat her words there. I think I can sell these, but I don't know how much because I've not researched them.
I'm not saying you can't sell them. I'm just saying I wouldn't have bothered.
This one is American Millie. American Millie. This one.
John Hodgie says, got any puppets? I have a weird obsession.
Oh, guess what this one's called? Didn't even notice. How bizarre. That one.
With the freaky hair?
Yeah. Cookie.
Oh.
It's called Cookie. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah.
That's Cookie. So that was 99p.
This is when you know you've been reselling too long.
I don't even know what this one's called because the tag, I can't even find it.
Marlowe's, I need to stop drinking when I watch this stream. Is that what we've done? Have we driven you to drink?
This sounds like a bit of a naughty doll. This one's called Lovable Lulu. This is like Only Fools and Horses dolls, isn't it? Lovable Lulu, apparently. So, what age these are?
Tori says, my daughter had those in the 1990s.
I thought they were 90s.
Steve Jackson says, bundle, £25.
That's what I'm thinking, Steve. I was thinking 30, but you're not far off. They've got dates on them, actually. Let me have a look. 2001.
Marlowe says, reckon 30 for the 4.
30 for the 4 sounds good to me. And this one is called Lucky Lucy. So we've got Lovable Lucy and Lucky Lucy. Are they the same?
Oh, one's got dark hair for a start.
No, they're not.
God, you're observant today.
So, TYs.
Reseller Kid said, ever since I super chatted on your stream, Cookie has never farted since. Do you know, you did us a favour, but she's not actually come to join us today. She's stayed downstairs, which is really unusual.
I know. Reseller Kid, let's see if you know how much this is worth, please. This is from your neck of the woods, I'm sure. Newcastle United, Adidas top, purple.
Catan says, what's happened to Lovable Lulu? She's been on the gym with the state of her hair. Dragged through a bush backwards, yeah.
She's been loved too much.
She's been loved too much.
So, come on, what's the value of this before I tell you what I paid for it?
We've got Green Bear Peaks has joined us, and also Ricky Lee reselling everything.
Oh, I know Ricky Lee is on Instagram as well. Yes, they are a bit freaky looking, definitely.
They are.
What's the Newcastle top worth? 25, Jim says. 25. I'll take 25, to be fair. 20, Victoria Plum. Reseller Kids, probably 20.
John, $14.99.
$14.99. That's a bit
25.
cheap. 20, 25.
Santa Logo Adidas will sell it well anyway. 25 to 30.
Okay. Can you get a refund on the Newcastle top?
Stop wafting it in my face. I don't know where the armpits have been.
It's fun.
I can't believe you just sniffed up.
I do it a lot with clothing. I sniff armpits and crotches and all sorts.
At least know what he's doing up here all day.
I paid £4.49p for that. So if I can get 25, that is probably where I'm going to pitch that 25. Now the thing with it is, it's a double XL, so it's a big size. That might have a bearing on it. That might help it sell even.
Oliverine says you can pay the charity shop to take it, Chris.
Newcastle.
Ricky Lee said there's one listed for $29.99.
Ooh, I might go 30. Let's go 25 to 30.
Victoria Plum says Northern Rock have been gone a while, haven't they? Is it retro?
It probably has. It probably has got some retro. I'm not sure what year it comes from. I'm not sure what year. I'm not sure what year it is just yet. Burn it, Al says. XXL is fine. Lots of fancies in Newcastle. You can't say that, Jim. You can't say that. 2008, so it has definitely got some retro value there. Chris is a closet clothes sniffer.
That combined with the fact that you found that Instagram used underwear selling page, I'm really starting to get concerned at what he does up here all day long.
I started thinking though that there might be a Instagram. The website.
What? The
website that you can sell your used pants on. I just thought to myself that there might be, when I was chucking out some of my old knickers, that there might be some money in them. Somebody might want to buy my old pants. So I Googled it. Now,
strange cookie.
This is a nice t-shirt. I like this one. So let me know what you think on this. Baywatch. That's about it. Hang on a minute. Let's do the sniff test.
Steve Jackson's put, Chris, if you search eBay for items and select sold and completed, they give you a list of prices. That is generally
Who said that?
Steve Jackson.
Yeah, he's taking a piss.
I was going to say that is generally what he does, but then when he can get people to do it for him, why not?
Listen, you've got 2 hours of my time here tonight. That means I ain't got time to research these items. So you're going to have to do it for me. And if you want good deals on Transformers again, you best do it.
Victoria Plum, very friendly people in Newcastle. Yep, my auntie Maureen, who's waiting for her Chupa Chups cap, lives in County Durham. She's very friendly.
What are we going for on this? $17.99. Chris's old pants in the next auction. Hey, if there's a market for it, I'll do it. Jim's off. Jim's having an early night. Thanks for joining us. Baywatch. Baywatch, love that, Kitan. I sold one of those shirts for $25.99. Baywatch to Jim. Oh, that's interesting, Carl. That's not a bad price.
Marlowe's at it again.
Jeff says, how much for a pair of signed skiddies? Oh, thanks, Jim. You don't have to do this every week, before you go off. You don't have to.
I got told off last week for telling you that you couldn't do it, so I'm not saying it this week. I'm going as, thank you so much. Very kind of you.
Thank you, though. No, I appreciate that. So, what are we thinking? About 20 quid on this top, I reckon. Very kind, though, Jim. Appreciate it, as always. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Oliverine, is it vintage or Primark George reprint? Now,
how do you know?
Well, we'll have a look on the tag, because if it's Primark, it'll definitely say on it. I don't think it's Primark.
It's TUI. It's TUI. It's TU, which
What's
is
TU?
It's one of the shop clothing brands, isn't it? TU.
Is it?
Yeah. Is that top made by TU?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Ricky?
It's come on, Sainsbury's, is it? There you go, Sainsbury's. Yeah. John Hodges has got some yellow shorts to go with it. Carl says his wasn't Primark though, it was legit.
So this is Sainsbury's. So is it a good thing to be Sainsbury's?
Well, it's basically like if you got it from anywhere like Tesco's or whatever,
Right.
it's just their clothing range.
Polaris says, "Oh, did you tell Belle about Cushion Lady that doesn't?" Yes, I told her about Cushion
He
Lady.
did tell me about it. Yes.
That's funny, that.
Don't you be getting me into no trouble at these car boots.
Still a nice top, but they're saying it's not a great. Might get $5.99 according to Andrew. Yeah, I'm not doing $5.99 with free shipping. I would rather keep it. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, obviously, I'll have when I do go to list these, I will have a look at solds and completed. But I'm thinking £15 to £20 on it. So let's just jot that down. Baywatch.
Victoria Plum says, always wonder about the stuff being sold on license, e.g. Back to the Future, but from Asda. But you can say that, but you've sold licensed stuff from Primark. For really good money.
I've had good money for Primark.
I suppose it just depends what it is.
Doesn't matter. If someone wants it and there's not many of them about, you're all right.
And I think sometimes it's like a limited number that are sold in the supermarkets anyway. So if it's something somebody likes and then you can't get it anymore, hey presto.
Right, the last thing I picked up at the weekend before we move on are these three early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, Nathan says some supermarket clothing is nice but not great value. No, but they always charge you the bloody earth for it.
It's these three Disney plushes, but it's not just normal Disney. These are Disney Sega, which Sega Enterprises, I think, or Disney Enterprises, Sega, one or the other. And these are normally from, this is 2003. These are normally found in, the grab machines that you get in the arcades. And that's why I picked these up, because those are normally worth decent money. Not always, but sometimes. So these are Sega Disney. They cost me £1.50 each. But I'm fairly confident that they should. I think these are bookends, those two. I think these two are meant to be bookends, albeit they're not like very weighty. So I think they're going to be worth some money, those three. How much, I'm not sure. I'll probably do these two together and the other one on its own. But what you find is those Sega plushes are normally worth decent money.
Ricky Lee has put they are even more valuable simply because you can never win on the grabbers.
Exactly, yeah. Good point.
There's quite a few people saying that Germans have a big fan base for the Hoff, so that could do well for your thing. Reseller Kid says, Chris, did you get any electronics from your latest car boot sale? He's not watched it yet. You did?
Yes, I did. Go and watch it.
For a person that doesn't sell electronics?
Yeah.
Nathan Pass has always wondered that with Primark, the licensed clothing must sell good on GSP as they don't have it overseas.
Carlo B says Sega collectors will like them bookends. Might get 40 quid for them. Yeah. I've seen a lot of the Disney Sega plushes.
Game ends. Yeah.
What are they?
Instead of bookend, game ends.
Could be. I've seen a lot of the Sega Disney plushes going for good money, so I expect they could be worth something decent. I've sold lots of Primark. What's Victoria Plum said here? I can't flipping sell them as they stand. A signature might help.
I think she's just talking about Primark.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking anyway, because you lot aren't really doing much research for me, so you've let me down. I was thinking
Because he's got Tory practically on the books now doing CCC. He thinks he can get people doing his listing.
30 to 40 quid on them two. And maybe 20 on this one. That's what I'm thinking anyway. That's without me doing some proper research. So I will do some checking just in case there is some sold or completed or even some listings. So that's what I picked up at the weekend charity shopping. Not a lot of stuff, but...
To be fair, that's what he picked up charity shopping whilst our visitors were down and we were out for the day. So that's why he didn't get much.
Something doing it.
His excuse was I needed painkillers, so he was like, "I'll go look in the town centre for painkillers for you." He did come back with painkillers too. To be fair,
there you go.
To be fair,
Can't grumble, can you? $29.99. Mr. Diggs says for the bookends. Yeah, I think that's.
Tea Cakes Electronics
35.
are the way forward with his sales this week. I'd say so. Because all your things have gone, haven't they? Your stack and your speakers that we showed on Monday.
We're going to talk about it in a minute, so don't jump ahead.
Well, some of us want to go to bed at some point tonight, so come on, get going.
No.
Mush, 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 mush.
We've only been an hour and a half. We're going to go 3 hours tonight.
Well, you're on your own, mate, because I'm going to bed. I'm going joining Georgina. Not literally joining Georgina.
Nice.
Sorry, Georgina. She's not even here to defend herself.
So some big news, guys. Big news, breaking news. Electronics actually really do sell. I've sold some electronics. I just only hope that they get there in one piece and that they still work at the other end. Touch wood. So let's
Especially
just.
when one's going to Germany.
Oh God, those £250 speakers are going to Germany, but we'll chat about that in a minute. So let's share the screen because we're talking about electronics. And if you remember, I picked up. Well, if you remember from last week, I picked up this threesome. It's speakers, a sound receiver thingamajiggy, and a CD player. Cost £50 for the 3 items, so it was £10 for the speakers and £20 each on the separates. And it's all sold within a week. Sold for £530 in total, so I got $250 for the speakers. I got $130 on the network stereo receiver, and the full price on the CD player, which was $149.99. So that is not the only electronics that I've sold this week. It's been a really weird week for sales. I've sold quite a few bits of electronics. So I sold those 3, obviously, but the speakers were originally up for £299. I got $250 for them, and they're going via GSP. Christ only knows how much they've paid on GSP for these, because these were 14 kilograms and they were a big package. So God only knows what they paid, but it's going to Germany via GSP. Also, I sold this CD player, which was shaped like a car. Very, very cool. It was cool. Fully working, boxed up with a manual, with light up lights and speaker wheels. It was really nice. I had it listed for $49.99, sold it within a couple of days for $39.99 on an offer. So that cost me £5. So I was pretty happy with that one. What other bits did I sell? I also sold this DJ deck.
Oh, I'm liking Catan's comment here. Damn good sale. Pat on the back. Now you need to get Bella a present. I tried to say this. The answer was no.
I sold this DJ USB deck. Did you see on Instagram that I remixed the eBay song with this before I sold it? So I had to play with it, made sure it works. And the good thing with this was when I had to play with it, I took a picture of it all hooked up to my Mac, and it looked pretty good. So I think that really helped get a decent price for this. It sold for £45 on an offer. And that was actually higher than most of what those had sold for in the past. But I got some really good pictures. In fact, I can probably show you some of the pictures. I turned it on. I got some pictures.
Tori said she looked at your car.
Oh, she looked at it.
It was cool, Tori.
It was very cool, yeah. Yeah, here it was. When I was remixing the eBay song, I set it up on the iMac. I downloaded all the software and everything. It was dead easy to set up. And I took a picture of it and I used it in the listing because that really demonstrates it working. So hopefully that helped in selling it for 45 quid. So that's not all the electronics I sold either. And that's the CD player. That's the sound system thing. I sold a camera for £16. I bought that, what was it, a week or so ago at boot sale. Also, I sold PlayStation 1 bundle. This is what Georgina picked up. Georgina picked up this bundle.
Say another shout out to Georgina when she's not here.
She's gone. She's gone. She's in bed now. She bought this bundle off us. We came to a deal. She also bought one of the best games on the PlayStation 1, Destruction Derby. She brought that off us as well. So I chucked that in the box with it. And yeah, so it's been a real funny week. I don't do electronics, and yet here I am
selling electronics.
I've had a big week in electronics for me. So is this where I'm going to go to next? I don't know.
Yay!
Probably not.
More
Probably
space
not.
to be taken up in the house.
Sometimes you get a little bit lucky, don't you? And I definitely got lucky on that £50 bundle. Because the guy selling it to him, remember when he said to us, he said, "You're getting an absolute steal with this."
Yeah, when you were trying to like get it for less.
Yeah, I was even saying, would you do like 40 for it? And he was like, nah, that's worth quite a few hundred.
He was like,
quid,
them speakers are worth more than 50 quid.
Yeah.
Nathan Powell said, that looks cool. He was talking about the car. I think I would have walked past it.
Well, I did. I didn't pick it up first time round, and it stayed on the stall. I think I was like third time round I picked that up.
Rosie Marsden said, I would love to pick up more, but haven't a clue. Neither's Chris, so won't worry about it. Olive Reen says, whenever I buy something, I tell Chris to buy Belle something. He never listens. He never does.
She gets loads, to be honest.
I get the odd coffee.
She's not hard done by.
I get the odd coffee.
Put it this way, when I'm paying for Barbados and stuff like that, she's not moaning then, is she? Yeah.
That's in the past.
Yeah.
That's in the past.
When I
can't go back.
When I take you to Florida and I take you to...
Oh, we're going to Florida?
All over the world.
Are we going to Florida?
We've been many times.
No, but again?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know, she gets plenty. She gets well looked after. You lot don't even realise how well she gets looked after. She's like a goddess.
Victoria Plum said I would pick up old portable CD Walkmans or Ghetto Blasters.
Oh, I'd love to find some nice Walkmans. I never find one. A nice Sony Walkman.
Have you got that Ghetto Blaster listed that you bought?
No, not yet.
Oh, right. That's something else you've got.
Bailey says, I had free shipping on electronics, but I've already added £10 or so into total price now. And with most things that I sell, there's not normally a lot of competition. So if there's not a lot of competition for something, there is absolutely no point, in my opinion, in doing free shipping. There's no point. The only time I do free shipping is on media and games, and anything that will go large letter normally I will do free shipping on. But anything bigger than a large letter or a DVD, anything bigger than that, and you pay for shipping. Because most of what I sell, there's not normally much competition, and people will see that there's only one item, it's got shipping on it, they don't care.
Nathan Powell says I picked up a Sony Walkman last Sunday for 20p and sold it for 35 quid.
Nice.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
I actually want a Sony Walkman for myself, so if anyone wants to sell me a good one, then
you could have bought one.
I know.
John at Wiley M. Decent Chris. I can't say that. Diversification works well. That's a big word for me.
No, there it is. John at Wiley.
I barely can read, let alone read words that big at the minute. Rosie said she did well in lockdown selling the kids' games. That's sometimes the best way to start, isn't it? Selling your own stuff.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, that's a big tip for when you start out.
Oliver Ian's right. He took you to Florida just to go to the thrift shops. Don't be fooled, Belle. If you go again, it's for stock.
Shh! Don't give the game away. Ghetto blaster.
Andrew, you add the shipping cost to the listing. It's never free. You just up the purchase price.
Just put a shipping on it. Just put a shipping price on it.
John Hodges says, got a Sony Discman if you want an upgrade.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about a Discman really. I want the Walkman Sony tape player thing. Okay, what else have we got to chat about? We're not doing bad here. We're almost done, really, to be honest with you. Who's on managed payments? Who's already started it? I want to hear from you. If you've already started managed payments and how's it going, drop a comment. Because this is all new to a lot of people, so it'll be interesting to hear. I'm sure I saw somebody early doors in the chat before we came live had said that they are already on managed payments. So if you are on it, let us know how it's getting on.
TK says, I just listed 2 motherboards, a GPS watch, a GoPro. Took 2 hours start to finish. What's that? 400
to 500
to 500 profit. They will sell fairly quickly.
That's good. I don't often see decent in electronics, so that's half the battle. I think a lot of people, when you're at the boot sales, they go straight for the electronics. So unless you're first in the queue, you don't tend to get them much.
Apple Co Productions moved over, not sold anything yet. Catan not got the invite yet for managed payments.
I haven't had an invite either, Katana. I'm miffed off with it because I can't wait to move across to that, to be honest, get away from PayPal.
Dave Repairs has joined us. Good day, Southerners.
Hi, Dave.
Are we classed as Southerners now?
Southwesterners.
Southwesterners. Pretty sure we're still classed as Grockles, let alone anything else.
No, we're not Grockles. We live here. We're not visiting. Grockles are people that visit Devon.
Apparently so. Suzanne Bellum says, I have been charity shop today, picked up Beanie Bear for 50p, was going to stick it on eBay for a 5, but seen on Google it's rare. It's the Halo Bear.
I've heard of that, but yeah, just make sure you get your research right because some beanies are worth good money.
We picked one up in America, didn't it, for 99 cents or whatever, and it turned out that it was one where they'd misprinted the date on the back of it. And we thought we were quids in, and we've still got it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I get you, Dave. You're below me, so we are Southerners to him.
Tori, I'm all signed up, just waiting to go live with it.
I want to be on managed payments.
Linda and Gaz, we got onto managed payments. They go on the 3rd of August.
Well, that's coming up. Let us know how you get on. Dave, new name here, Dave O'Daly. I was going to say Daly then, but there's an I there. Moved on to managed payments today, but not sold anything yet, so no feedback.
Oh, that's my brother's maiden name, Daly.
Okay.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, beanies can be awkward. Mine hang around usually. Yeah. With stuff like that, you just have to wait for the right buyer to come along.
And we're still waiting.
PayPal will still be a payment option. Yes, it will be, but the way I believe it works is when someone pays with PayPal, it goes into an eBay PayPal account, and then eBay pay it to you from there. So it doesn't go into your PayPal account, Mr. Diggs. That's what I'm trying to get away from, because working with QuickBooks and PayPal is an absolute nightmare at the moment for me anyway, and for quite a few people. So the sooner I get out of having all those payments going into QuickBooks, the sooner my life will be a lot easier when it comes to managing my accounts. That's why I want to get out of it.
Catan says we have a Valentine's TY with around 5 misprints yet to list, getting mixed value when researching.
Yeah, it can be all over the show. It can be all over the show. You think you got something valuable, like you found that one, and you list it high, and it just sits there. No one's interested in it.
Yeah. How much more have you got to do?
Not a lot, really.
Not
5
that
minutes.
you're boring me or anything, but I'm literally about to die.
Okay, 5 minutes, and then we're done. Do you have to move on? Yes, you do have to move on, Victoria. Everybody's going to be on it, probably by the end of the year, I believe. By the end of 2020, I think at all sellers, everyone will be on it. So.
And Dave, no, you've not missed any juicy gossip. Nothing exciting has happened this time round.
Watch it back, Dave. It's been an absolute classic. Just watch it back. Apple Core, it has been slightly fixed. It's not been fixed. It's not been fixed, unfortunately. Mine was actually working, and I thought I was going to give it. I wanted to give it 2 clear months of working before I actually brought the transactions into my accounts. And just as I think it was working last week, it stopped working again for about the 12th time. I've already been onto QuickBooks again, demanding my refund back for this month because I'm so peeved off with it. They actually gave me 6 months worth of a refund, which I believe is a bit unheard of, to be honest with you, because I've been after a refund for months and months, and they've flat point blank refused me. I'm telling you now, the next step for me, I'm going to go to, I'm going to send an email to HMRC. I'm going to ask them why they are supporting QuickBooks. Why are they pushing? Why can QuickBooks say they are, supporting HMRC or linked to HMRC or they have HMRC approval when their system doesn't work properly, and when my accounts are absolutely cocked up thanks to QuickBooks. So I'm pretty annoyed at the moment, as you can probably hear in my voice.
Yes, this is Chris's annoyed voice.
It is. Well, it is, because my accounts are actually, I think my accounts for last year, which I've submitted my tax return, my accounts for last year are wrong because of QuickBooks.
There you go. Apple Core said you have to disconnect and reconnect to get to the new system. It's a third-party issue. It's down to PayPal not sending the correct information.
I'm not sure.
Isn't it Apple Core where somebody told us, don't they work?
Yeah, I've spoke to him before, but nothing's resolved. No, it's not his fault. I mean, he's really knowledgeable on QuickBooks, but it doesn't work. It does not work. I've tried reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting. I've done it numerous times. It doesn't work.
Dave's just going to throw it at you and he's saying his works fine. It's just you.
Well, I tell you what, Dave, I've got my fingers crossed for you, because touch wood, it stays working, because mine was absolutely fine until recently, and now it doesn't work.
TK says he can't get his bank account reconnected to QuickBooks. Right, anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
You've had your rant. Let's go.
Yeah, Apple Core says the further away from PayPal, the better. Absolutely, because the sooner I can get my accounts right for this year, the better.
Thomas Lewis Gorman says, love your content, going to get into car boots and charity shops, buying, selling my part-time.
Cool. Yeah, do it part-time and try and get some part-time cash in. But try, my advice, like I said, we didn't even discuss what we said.
It's fine, just crack on.
Next week, we're going to talk. Let me write it down. Next week, we're going to talk about whether Annabelle should go full-time with me as a reselling couple. That's what we were going to talk about tonight, and then I forgot.
It's fine.
But yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Too tired now. My brain has gone into breathe function, and that's about it.
So, I mean, we're pretty much done, aren't we? Are we done?
Are we done? I'm done.
I think we're done for this week. It's been a good show. There's been lots of people in. We've had loads of chat, haven't we? Loads of chat to keep up with.
Yeah. We've had a busy few days, haven't we, with having visitors, our first ever visitors to Devon. So I'm about bushwhacked now. And you've done really well considering, because you were worried that we wouldn't have a massive amount of content for tonight's show.
Yeah, well, I've slowly been filling it up this evening before we came on. I've come up with some ideas about what to talk about.
And as per usual, our amazing chat and people getting involved just carries us through.
Excellent. Yeah, really good. Thanks, guys.
See, you thank us for our content, but we have to thank you, because without your input, we'd just be talking to ourselves, which would be pretty pants.
I know. I'm sorry if I went on a bit of a rant about QuickBooks and PayPal. It's something that has caused me major headaches over the last few months. And I know it doesn't apply to everybody, but it applies to me, and it's been a nightmare. It's been an absolute nightmare. But I just want to say, again, thanks everyone for watching. Next week, not tomorrow, next Tuesday, I'm going to be on Two Aussie Thrifters live show, 11 a.m. UK time. I think it's 11 a.m. UK time. We're going to be catching up on how we're doing on the $5 thrift challenge. I'm just doing some reselling chat as well, I think. So feel free to join in with that. But don't worry, I'll remind you about it on Monday night show next week, so you don't forget. But other than that, thanks everyone. And we'll catch you again soon. And I can't speak anymore. I can't speak anymore.
This is literally Chris's quota of speaking for the week.
I don't speak. I don't even want to speak anymore for the rest of the week. Right. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.